Yo, what up? It's your boy Matt McCormick here on the set of The Take with your boys, the baby communist Horatiu, Zglimbea, and Aidan. I'm too good to go upstairs to get a Starbucks to make my throat not congested. Schieber.
I sound great.
Again, it's Schieber, not Schreiber.
When the man can be a man and he can go upstairs because his throat is congested and he's having a hard time talking, instead of a boy, he can get the R taken out of his name.
Did you just assume his gender?
I did.
Whoa.
It's all right, Aidan. I know your last name.
We're here today to review Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So today we have no real structure, no real outline. We're just gonna wing it. You'll see here on my iPad of notes that I have, I've got some basic information in the bottom. It just says, "Fucking wing it, my G." That's the plan for today. I just wanted everybody to know that going into this.
So the quality of the take has dropped.
The quality of the take is still, the integrity is still there.
It's going to be there, but you
It's
you have to worry about it.
going forward in our plans for a hostile takeover of not only OUTV, but also the internet in general, I feel that it's important that we don't know where we're going so that our enemy doesn't know where we're going. And that way we can truly strike with fear and surprise.
So we'll see if it's good or not. Thanks for tuning in.
Theme song! Welcome back to the set of The Take. As we said in the intro, we're here reviewing Scott Pilgrim, The World, written and directed by Edgar... Wait, did I say that wrong? Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the 2010, arguably cult classic at this point, written and directed by Edgar Wright. You will know him from his Cornetto trilogy, Baby Driver, wrote Ant-Man, controversially did not direct Ant-Man. Stars Michael Cera and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Aubrey Plaza, Captain America, Allison Pill,
Brie Larson,
Anna Kendrick, the Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
A lot of people. A lot of small names for the time that are now
Really big.
not like size-wise because it's Hollywood, so they kind of get paid to be small. But fame-wise, Chris Evans, kind of a big deal.
Here's the plot synopsis from IMDB. Scott Pilgrim must defeat his new girlfriend's 7 evil exes in order to win her heart. And we're winging it. Don't need you no more.
Thanks.
I'm gonna need that back, but you can't.
I thought we were winging it, so
We are.
I'm winging it by taking this.
You and I are gonna have words in the parking lot. But first, I wanna know what you guys thought of Scott Pilgrim in 15 seconds or less. Aidan! You're going second. Horatiu, go.
I liked Scott Pilgrim. I didn't see it in theaters, but my brother showed it to me a long time ago, and I thought it was an awesome, fresh take on the movies, and it was a really good time. I enjoyed it.
Wow. Hold on.
He did it.
He did it, ladies and gentlemen.
We're winging it.
He did it. He did it.
You know, this isn't the first time that I did that, though.
It's
I've done
the
it
first
once
time in a
before.
long time.
First
I
time
even
with him.
put my timer away. I got so excited. Aidan, go.
Story-wise, it's not my favorite kind of story, but I can definitely appreciate the aesthetic of it, the whole editing kind of style, and just like the overall feel of the movie is like something you can not see in any other movie. So it's a good movie.
You made it, but you said the aesthetic of it like some kind of fucking nerd. So this is arguably a cult classic, even though it's only 8 years old. Everyone that I've talked to has seen this movie and enjoyed this movie. It's very hard to find someone that hasn't. I'm sure they're out there, but luckily I haven't run into them.
Yeah.
What would you guys say your first experience with Scott Pilgrim was?
I was kind of blown away. I mean, I don't really like Michael Cera. There's a few bit roles that he's in where I'm like, yeah, you're cool. But in general, I find he looks annoying and whiny, and I just was not excited to watch a movie with him. But then when the movie kicks off and the editing is so snappy, the graphics are so on point, and it like it's generally about video games and music, and who doesn't like video games and music? I'm a almost 30-year-old guy. I saw it when I was 22. Video games and music were my deal, so.
For me, like, I was a big fan of Edgar Wright, especially going into this movie. So, like, I was a big fan of the Cornetto trilogy, kind of like Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead. I don't think World's End came out until after this, but those two movies, I was kind of really ready to see this movie. And just like, I didn't see it in theaters, but once it came out on DVD, I made sure to go check it out. And yeah, I've enjoyed it ever since. I've seen it probably about 7 times.
I had no idea who Edgar Wright was when I saw this movie, but then I found out that it was him and what he's done, and I was like, yeah, okay, well, that makes sense.
See, I knew as well going into it that it was an Edgar Wright movie. I had a free ticket from an MJR Rewards Points back when they used to actually do like a sweet rewards program.
We're not going to get into this again, okay?
I saw it by myself in an empty theater that I got for free, and it was the first time in a long time that I remember a movie ending and me being sad that it was over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a fun movie. It's like all the way through. It's a really fun movie just to watch.
And it's a masterclass in editing. It's literally a masterclass in comedy and editing.
And you know what's funny about that is that it was it was his first major picture.
Wow.
That was his first go around.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I can only imagine what the storyboard for this movie just looked like. Just random shots all put together.
Well, I would imagine that it looked a lot like a lot of any Edgar Wright going into. This is definitely an Edgar Wright movie through and through. I mean, down to the snap cuts, the typical Edgar Wright transitions.
Sure.
They're all there and present in a big bad way.
Yeah.
It just cranked up to like 11 in this movie.
Watching it again after so many years, I was like, wow, I forgot how much of a real-life anime this was. You know, it's literally just an anime with real people. And, like, I'm not a big anime fan, so, like, that sounds awful to me. If somebody told me, Scott Pilgrim, watch it, it's like an anime with real people, I would have been like, right there, buddy, I don't want to watch that. But after seeing it, it really does, you know, remind me of all the classic anime tropes and emulates that and actually does a good job of making it cool.
Yeah, the aesthetic, well, I won't say aesthetic, seeing that makes me sound nerdy. But just like the whole feel of the movie, especially like it being like developed from a graphic novel, it's like a really big mishmash of like everything that you could possibly think. Because like it also has like a video game adaptation, but like the movie itself takes different elements from like video game culture and that kind of stuff and implements it into that. So it's kind of like a movie that is based off a comic book that is then based off a video game, and then vice versa between all different facets.
And there are two things in the movie that, one, I think really illustrate that well, like the pee level. When he goes to
P bar?
bathroom,
Yeah,
P bar,
yeah.
that drops, and also this.
The extra life too.
This took me, I want to say, at least 15 times of watching it to notice this. But every time someone gets hit or punched or with anything, there's a little.
There's like a little like smack, boom, kapow.
Yeah, there's a little like cartoony thing that goes around the person.
Yeah.
It took me forever to notice that. This is one of those movies where I'll watch it and notice something new each time. This movie is not subtle in any way, shape, or form. Even the things that are subtle are very in your face and up front.
Yeah.
And I feel that with our generation definitely does connect to that lack of air of fakeness. Okay. It's just like, it doesn't give you that pretentious, like, are you getting everything here?
Sure. So
know?
you're saying our generation being the ADD generation that needs everything shoved in our face so that we can understand what's going on. We don't like subtlety. We don't like nuances. We need to be force-fed everything.
No, but I'm saying that the need for those things, it doesn't play into the story.
Right.
Like, you don't need a subtle thing for, we're going to fight 7 evil exes, they're all going to turn to quarter. You don't need to have a subtle underlying message, although I'm pretty sure you could argue that there is one.
Yeah.
I think the core of the movie itself works as a ADD fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's cut to a commercial.
While we gather our thoughts.
You're watching OUTV Channel 41. OUTV aims to provide informative and professional news packages covering what's happening on and around campus. Tune in each and every day to discover new things and learn more with our educational and engaging content. And if you're looking for highly entertaining and enjoyable programming, you're on the right channel. OUTV, Oakland University's premier cable channel.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Welcome back to the set of the take. We are here reviewing Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Boys, when we talk about this movie, essentially what we're talking about is a hipster kung fu movie slash musical slash comic book adaptation. It's a whole bunch of things thrown in together all at once. But I feel like one of the things it's most accurate about is its depiction of local band life.
I guess. I honestly don't have
You
much.
guys were very much professionals in that.
I know all about that. Let me tell you all about that.
Please.
You're playing to empty rooms with it's mostly just your friends. Stupid drama happens at them all the time, as in like in the first major fight with the ex.
Sure.
You're basically doing battle of the bands for opening positions for nothing. I feel like it definitely encompassed the lifestyle.
Then I guess I've lived it too. So
It's
thanks.
a very
Scott
realistic situation in a somewhat
But
unrealistic
you know what's
movie.
not realistic is all the choreography and fighting.
Yeah.
And all of that nature. What were your guys' like kind of favorite set piece, I'd say? Because there are a lot that you could pick apart.
There's so many different fight areas, fight set pieces that you could choose. I think one of my favorite for fighting purposes was when he was fighting the Chris Evans character.
I'd agree with you.
It's shot at the Casa Loma, which is in Toronto.
Been there.
Yeah, it's great.
One of the reasons I like that set piece so much is because of that whole going down the rail scene.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but that kinetic energy of just grinding a skateboard down what seems like 100 flights of stairs.
Sure.
This looks fun.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, ultimately, the whole battle was cool to watch. It was very...
It's a very cool like concept to just make it the stunt doubles that he's basically fighting rather than the actual person himself.
Yeah, and just like all the previous and the fights following it, they're all beautifully choreographed. Like, I don't know who the fight choreographer was, but it felt like they actually got someone who knew their... And in, if we made this movie today, I bet you they would have, they get somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, and they just do cut after cut after cut after cut, instead
all
of...
the way back in 2010, people knew what they were doing a lot more.
And the camera work during the fights made you feel like you're a part of the fight. And like we said earlier, just all the graphics in the fights really just made it feel like you were playing a video game, playing Mortal Kombat or playing Street Fighter or something.
And back to that, like some of the attributes of the villains kind of go into that. The first guy always shooting fireballs. Like, what the hell?
It's like a
Yeah.
demon person or
Vegan
something
powers?
like that.
Yeah, vegan
Like-
powers.
Yeah, vegan powers.
Doesn't
are
make
great.
sense, but due to the world that we're presented in, it does make sense. Like,
Yeah.
you get those opportunities for those jokes where that guy like calls out his demon hipster chicks.
Yes.
Or the vegan police come to take your powers.
Yeah. And there was a large variety of the different kinds of fights too. Like it was, you had the straight up fist fights like they had with the Evil X #1 and #2, but then 6 and 7 they had a battle of the bands where they had an awesome CGI fest of, the big giant troll fighting the 2 dragons, and I think that was really awesome to see more than just guys punching the out of each other.
Yeah. And you can't forget about the 1X with the sweet battle whip.
Oh yes,
ex-girlfriend,
right,
yeah.
the ex-girlfriend. Yes.
Scott didn't
yes.
even fight in that one. That was all Ramona.
There's nothing bad that can be said. It literally was a kung fu movie just with annoying hipsters. Because let's get down to it a little bit. Those people were all annoying.
Oh, I'd fight every single one of them, but they're me at the same time.
Yes, but they're the worst part of you.
Yeah. Or the best.
We're just going to on Matt from now on.
No, but like those are all people that nowadays, put the knife away. Those are people that all nowadays, you're just like, you see them everywhere. I feel like 2010 was the beginning of the hipster movement, the underground, like we're cool because we listen to these random bands and we have colored hair and, we wear these funny clothes. But that was the beginning of it, and now it's everywhere. So yeah, I would fight Scott Pilgrim. He would probably kick my ass, but I would fight all of those people because of how annoying that they were.
All right, guys, so let's talk about some of these characters. Outside of our main cast of crew, we're given a very eclectic group of exes.
A menagerie.
They're stereotypes.
They are. Wait, because the Indian guy has firing fireballs?
Social stereotypes.
They're
Racist.
stereotypes, but they're authentic stereotypes. The band people, like, I I know those people, like, and I know a ton of people like them, and even down to the music they play, like, that is that person. So it's not like it's a stereotype so much as it's an authentic, like, representation.
Yeah.
Like, even coming down to the music, like, I know people who are just like that, who play that kind of lo-fi style, half punk, half rock type stuff.
It attracts definitely a certain type of crowd that they really brought to life in the movie.
And the composer is the main producer for Radiohead for the movie. Wow. So, I mean, you have that kind of built into your entire soundtrack.
Yeah. I mean, I've found myself rocking out to a lot of those songs. I mean, the Clash at Demon Head, I know it was like a minute-long little snippet, but I was like, yeah, I would listen to this full song.
You can. It's on Spotify.
I come and go, was waiting for the world to end.
What's their band name? It's like Babam or something like
Sex
that?
Babam.
Sex Babam, yeah.
We are Sex Babam, and we're here to play some music.
I'd say that the characters, and part of the reason why our generation identifies with this so well, is because they're so authentic.
Yeah.
And because they are essentially us.
As much as the movie was fake, with like fake shit happening, obviously in a world with defying gravity and crazy stunts, the people did feel very fleshed out and felt, although exaggerated, felt real.
All right, we're gonna go to commercial. When we come back, we're gonna wrap this whole thing up. We got a challenge coming your way. We got Mailfern, we got stuff. Stay tuned.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. What? Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday. And I love tacos.
The moment I knew I was making a change for the better. Oakland University. This is where I can become my best self. Are you ready? Transfer to Oakland University. Visit oakland.edu/go.
Hey, you doing? Welcome back to The Take. So, boys, it is no mistake that this movie was not a financial success at the box office. Why do you think that this worked so well on home video but did so poorly at the box office?
Looking at it, it's so different that it would scare people away. So I think it was just this weird, kind of like a kid movie, but not a kid movie. You know, it has all the graphics that they were probably in the trailer, all the effects and stuff. Kind of made it seem like it was for young, like 13-year-olds. So it doesn't grab the rest of the crowd. I think the people weren't big at that time. I mean, Superbad had just come out, so they were trying to ride Michael Cera's fame, but it was just him by himself. I think there was just a lot of different things that the perception of the movie was that it was too weird that nobody wanted to go see it.
It's definitely more of a niche market. So like, say it comes out in theaters, not many people except the people that are fans of the comic book. Then when it comes out on home video, people are like, you gotta go see this. And then everyone's able to see it because they can just rent it, bring it home. If they don't like it, they can turn it off. They can just watch it all the way through rather than sitting through a home, like a theater.
And however,
time.
Here's the funny thing about what you guys are saying right now,
Ooh.
is I pulled up what it was going up against the weekend it came out. Opening at number 1 that weekend was The Expendables.
Oh no.
Opening at number 2 was Eat, Pray, Love.
Ah.
Opening at number 3 was The Other Guys.
That's a good
Number
one.
4 was Inception. Inception was still out here.
Yeah, yeah.
And this opened at number 5th.
Number 5.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm helping.
Yeah, knife.
Don't give it back to him, Noah.
It didn't do that. Well, it did pretty bad. It cost $60 million and it opened at 40, or did a 47 run.
It made its money back in theaters
Worldwide.
though, probably.
No, it did not. It
did
made
not.
47 worldwide.
Oh, I thought-
Listening. Listen to him.
Why do you guys think this movie works?
It's everything. The movie is literally everything.
It's God.
Okay. What I mean is it combines so many different genres, and it's like it makes it's a fun romp. There's nothing not fun about it. Like the most grumpy of grumpy people could be watching this movie and they would come out smiling because literally there's nothing about this movie that's bad. Nothing. It appeals to all your senses, visually, audio. I guess it would taste good if it could, but it appeals to all your senses and you just have a great time watching this movie.
For me, I just say it's just wholly original. There's no other movie like this that you can find as it is. Like you got other Edgar Wright movies, but they're more like traditional narratives, but this is just, there's nothing like it. And the fact that it's really well put together. It's super stylized and it does that style really well. It's just, it's a good movie, it's fun.
I agree. I think looking back on it, a lot of film historians are going to say that this was kind of one of the defining movies of the 2000s, especially this early era before everything got completely blockbusterized and thrown out the wayside.
And stupid Americans just don't know what's good.
No.
Didn't know what's good.
don't.
Still don't know what's good.
But you know what is good, and you know what it's time for?
Mailfern!
It's Mailfern time, boys. It's Mailfern time. I don't know why you finally get your own thing, but that's for you, Aidan.
I got it.
Thank you.
He's been here once.
That's for you.
Cool.
This is for me. We're gonna start with the all play.
Oh, wow, that's different. Hopefully this is about the movie. Because,
We'll see. If you could choose to live in any video game world, which would you choose from your creepy uncle in the attic? I'm gonna say whichever one your mom's in.
that's not a very good answer.
Because I'm gonna smash your mom.
Cooking Mama.
Well, I'll actually give you an answer. Lately, I've been really enjoying the Red Dead Redemption 2 universe, so that's pretty cool. That might have been Aidan's answer, so that'd be fun to live in. But it is the Old West. I'd probably come up with some weird disease or something like that. So perhaps I would choose Skyrim. No, that's even worse. That's even further back. Modern medicine sucked. But I have magic, so let's go with Skyrim.
I'll say GTA, going off of Red Dead, but without the diseases and enough, anarchy.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto is a normal fucking life.
Is it though? You can steal a jet, you can just
You
steal
don't have to.
anything
You don't have
want.
to
Very
steal the
little
jets in Grand
repercussion.
Theft Auto. You can buy them the same way in
Why would I
life.
buy them if I can steal them?
You can do that right now. Why aren't you right now? The world has been taken over by truck drivers and large wasps. How do you survive waterfall of misery?
Wasps like white Anglo-Saxon Protestants or wasps like the insect?
I'm assuming the insect, in which case I'm going to get a lot of poison. And I'm going to have an enclave of hot women with me that aren't lot lizards, the one thing that truck drivers cannot stand to be around.
Because I would argue that the world has already been taken over by
Or
white
I
Anglo-Saxon
distract them
Protestants.
with the lot lizards. Hold on. I distract them with the lot lizards, kill them while they're engaged with the lot lizards, cut the profits with the lot lizards, kill the wasps, take over the world. So my plan is to befriend the lot lizards, use them to distract the truck driver, kill the truck driver while they're in coitus, and then just poison the wasps like I would normally.
This seems very well thought out.
Horatiu, how do you plan on defeating your boyfriend's 7 evil exes? By Brian O'Barely. Well, by winning them over with guile, charm, beer, and pizza.
We gotta get those first. You can get pizza, but the other ones might be hard. My turn. Aidan, who would you take revenge on, and how would you do it? From Dave from Accounting. I would say I would take revenge on Noah, for no reason whatsoever, but he's the one supplying Matt with knives, so that's a pretty good reason to take revenge on him. Yeah.
All right, well, that brings us to challenge time. This is an old game. We used to play with the boys back when I was in band days. And it's a fun game that we play when we go on the road, and we did this to make friends. I'm gonna need you both to pull out your wallets right now.
My wallet's like all the way over there.
Pull out your wallets.
Yeah, my wallet's in the other
Pull
room.
out your wallets.
So
I
you're
pull out my
mugging us.
phone?
This is the challenge. You're mugging us.
Empty your pockets.
I don't have anything. Here,
Empty
do you want my mic
empty
back?
them. Empty them. Let's go.
Here you
Here's a
go.
mic back.
Let's
Here's
go.
the mic
Nope.
back.
And let's go. Empty your pockets.
Well, why don't you check us out on Facebook,
Empty your
Gmail,
pocket. The challenge is not over.
Instagram.
Challenge is not over. I want to see the inside of those pockets. Let's go. Right now, Aidan's winning. He's got
does he
something.
have?
These don't go out if you want.
Horacio. What's that? What's that box?
This is the mic box.
What's in the back pockets?
Literally nothing.
What's in the back pocket? You want to win the challenge?
Sit down!
You want to win the challenge?
Sit down!
All right, boys. What are you gonna give this out? How many whatevers?
I think I will give this a full 5-section P-bar out of 5. I think this movie was fantastic. I loved it. I have no bad things to say about it, except for, the characters aren't my favorite kind of people. But if you've never seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, watch it. It's on Netflix as of November 2018, so if you don't, you're stupid.
And I think I'll give this 4.5 out of 5, like extra lives. It's just a genuinely good movie. It's just super original, super fun to watch, so definitely check it out.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give this 5 out of 5 goth girls because I'll kill 700 ex people to get myself a goth girl. So
Ex people. That was very
Ex-people.
PC of you.
yeah, as long as she's got hair as black as my heart.
We're FaceTiming.
Oh no.
I don't pick up for Matt. I only pick up for when Brian calls.
I'll cut you. I'll cut you.
Welcome, Dan, to the set of the take. We just finished our review of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. First, we'd like to hear what would you rate Scott Pilgrim out of 5 whatevers? What would you rate it?
You know what? Looking at my Letterboxd rating, it's like a 4.5, but I think it would go down now because it's kind of a pandery nerd movie
See what happens?
for
You see
losers.
what happens? We have a nice show.
Wow.
A nice show where we enjoy the movie and we bring.
Damn, Dan. You didn't like nerds.
No, not since I moved to LA. I've kind of moved beyond that.
Back with this dumb LA stuff. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm not into like nerd anymore.
What the f*** is Horacio watching?
You are watching In Bruges, directed by Martin McDonough.
God,
Thanks, Dan.
Never even heard of it. All right.
We miss you. Come back.
Aw, miss you too.
bye.
On the slasher series.
In
Yeah.
Bruges.
In Bruges.
In Bruges.
What's that?
I've watched part of it a long time ago. It's got Colin Farrell in it. Colin Farrell, whatever.
Never even heard of this movie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good, and we can judge Dan wholeheartedly the next time we're back reviewing In Bruges.
This better be
Well-
easy to find.
I think it's on Netflix.
Assuming it won't be. All right, well, everybody, you know the drill. We're at the end of the show, so that means you gotta like us on Facebook, subscribe, follow us on Gmail, Instagram, Twitter. Aidan is on Farmers Only. Horacio is on Christian Mingle. We've got every social network covered. He's also on Grindr, and they're both on Grindr. You can also find them at the Bathhouse every Sunday at 3 p.m.
You do realize-
Don't tell him I sent you there.
You do realize that we are the ones with girlfriends, and you don't have one.
It's because I'm too busy keeping tabs on you guys
So
and your
shouldn't-
homosexual activities.
Shouldn't you be the one that's on all these dating sites, not us? That would make more sense.
I think he's trying to push his own agenda off.
I'm not trying to push my own agenda, but I mean,
Are you pretending to be us on all of these sites?
y'all are really not getting the joke? Is it because the joke?
No,
is,
we're getting the joke.
No,
we're
we
trying
get the
to transform
joke.
it
Yes,
against
we're
you.
trying to change the joke into more because you say that at the end of every episode.
I just do it to get a rise out of you guys.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
In the blink of an eye, I'm learning to live. I'm learning to fly, one step at a time. In the blink of an eye, it could happen in a blink. It could happen in a blink. It could happen in a blink.
Misa Jar Jar Binks.
I'll murder you.